Please rise for the pledge of allegiance if you're able. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right. Meeting is called to order. We'll start with roll call, starting on my right.
Councilperson Josh Arn.
Councilperson Brent Fire.
Councilperson Craig Anderson.
Councilperson Jeremiah Olson.
Approval of the agenda.
Nothing additional from staff.
Okay, look for a motion to approve.
I'll make an approve.
Second.
I'll second it.
Okay, we got he got it first one. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Approval of council meeting minutes with the attachment.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The finance and budget attachments are both in there with the updated one. As Brent pointed out, a lot of money got spent on this one. A lot of money. Looking for an approval motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, we got a motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that carries. Brings us to motions and general business. We're doing good, man. A minute. All right, for first order, general business, library page Grace Miller. After interviewing a number of great candidates for our library page vacancy, we are recommending Grace Miller to be hired for the position as an early replacement for Emma Manley, who's leaving for college this summer. Council action requested is to approve Grace Miller to be hired for position of library page at pay grade 2, step 1. I'll move to approve it.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That carries. Moving right along. Grant support. Stewartville Drift Skippers. Minnesota grant support for Stewartville Drift Skippers Snowmobile Club. Minnesota Department of Natural Resources for the Federal Recreational Trails Program has available grants. Staff has collaborated with the Snowmobile Club to complete the application and gather letters of support. Stewartville Drift Skipper Snowmobile Club is asking for the city's support to apply for this grant. This grant will be used to purchase a roller to be used for grooming the trails. The Drift Skippers have the 25% matching funds available if they are awarded the grant. The equipment will be purchased in October or November of 2024 and will need to be kept and maintained for 20 years if awarded this grant. The council action requested is to approve resolution 2024, a resolution supporting application for Stewartville Drift Skippers grant application. And I see it's like a $10,800 project that they'll be paying $2,700 of. But is this grant just like basically open-ended, or is it up to a certain amount?
I don't know what the
didn't see it either.
actual amount is that they could go up to, but this is what they were requesting and wanting to do. We actually did the same sort of thing with them many years ago. I want to say like 2012, 2006. I don't know, we've got it. 2003, that's when they did another one. And we just do the letter of support, basically, that the city is supporting that. I've actually had the opportunity to talk to a lot of the other snowmobile clubs in the area, just to kind of see what it would do. I was able to run this through the state of Minnesota and have them look at the grant before we're actually going to submit it, and to see if there's any corrections or changes that needed to be made to it.
Good. So if you guys can see in there, the request is in there, the letters of support are in there. The bid is in there, so we'll just be looking for a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it. Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That carries. Gonna get over. There's obviously no rush to get the roller. Olmsted County Joint Powers Agreement for warning sirens. Olmsted County has submitted a revised joint powers agreement for the outdoor warning sirens. The agreement lays out the responsibility of Olmsted County Homeland Security and Emergency Management to formally provide warning services. We are working with Captain John Jacobson and making the corrections of the placement of the sirens in the agreement. The city currently has 5 sirens: 2nd Street Southeast and 2nd Avenue Southeast, 2nd Street Southwest and County Road 6, 20th Street Northwest and Cardinal Lane, Bear Cave Park, and Meadow Park. Council action requested approval to enter the joint powers agreement between Olmsted County and the city of Stewartville. Don't everybody speak up at
I'll
once.
make a motion to approve.
We got a motion?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That carries. It's a long one here. Civic Center for sale public notice. As you are aware, or may be aware, the city has reviewed through some work sessions and budgetary planning sessions, and now with the comprehensive plan being completed with its update, the option of converting the Civic Center from community use space to business and commercial use space, which would be more compatible with the adjacent businesses and business parking availability. With continued interest from private sector inquiries, it would seem appropriate to now solicit for serious interested parties in subsequent bids. Therefore, staff will recommend your approval to place a for sale sign on the property to gauge that interest for a period of 30 days to start with, along with the notice in the Stewartville Star. The city would still be able to determine if a subsequent sale bid is in the best interest of the community, and would still reserve the right to reject any or all bids, and or enter into a continued negotiation with the subsequent finalist bidder. I, meaning Bill, right? You wrote this?
Yep, correct.
He has met with the Center for Active Adults Senior Citizen Board on the potential sale opportunity and how the city would hopefully work with the potential buyer in accommodating a timely move for all, and or the possibility of the senior center being moved to a temporary home before a permanent home could be found. The Center for Active Adults Board has indicated their hope for a continued facility here in Stewartville and is open to working with the city on possible location scenarios. And when would we go forward? This would go right away, if approved?
Yep.
All right, council action requested to proceed with placing a for sale sign at the Civic Center for 30 days and to place an ad in the Star.
Make a motion to approve.
So I have some questions. Is there a number we have in mind that you're gonna sell for, or is it gonna be bid or what?
What we'd have to do is, when we get asked, is we'd have to start with the county assessed value.
Okay,
And it basically is made up of 3 parcels, make up the building and the immediate kind of surrounding buffer zone, if you will. So we added the county's assessed value of those 3 parcels in with a starting. Then I am thinking any bidder will wanna take off some of those improvements. We've already said we're gonna have to go down the road with the roofing replacement share, along with the other condo owners, and then that HVAC system. Now, any potential bidder can certainly get their own bids and work accordingly, but that would be appropriate if they gave you a bid. I'll just say starting at the 480, less what they feel they'll help cover in repair costs, because if they don't buy it, those will be our costs anyway. Now, that being said, as with any property that the residential sector deals with, or the commercial sector, you're certainly free to add or make pricing, differently if you see fit. So.
then what about the parking lot on the south side? That was gonna be my question as well.
As of now, I guess the recommendation to be, keep that for all downtown municipal parking.
And then, about a year ago, we talked to the Center of Active Adults about moving to the library, and we were talking about that. Now they're okay with moving, or they're still not okay with moving? I just don't get that.
There's a few different board members now, and I met with the whole board. And so they've appointed a couple spokespeople that they said could work with the city. And they were way more open this time to looking at the options. And so we threw out 3 options that may or may not be available, but they were open to knowing that. Or we're open to saying, okay, if there has to be a temporary home, might have to do it.
Okay.
I'll second the motion. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That carries. Hopefully we can get that all smoothed out pretty easy. All right, that brings us to mayor, staff, consultant reports. No mayor tonight. I still cannot believe that he got conned into going to California. That's crazy to me. But therefore, no mayor report tonight. So that moves us right on to city administrator's report.
Really short report in your packet. The only 2 items that popped up since I got that in there. High Forest Township sent me an email, hoping to meet with either some of you or all of you, so we can discuss, financing plans for 15th. If that becomes an approved project, so, we'll still have to have a match, us helping out, township helping out, and as Brian knows, county figuring out a way to give us all some help in some manner or form. And so that's most likely it would be at their March meeting. So I'll send you, once the township gives me which date they want, I'll send that to you. I had already talked to the mayor, so he's willing to go. But then if any or all of you can, that would be great, because we'll be meeting with the township board on that. And then hopefully now, early before winter's out here, we'll try to do a planning workshop like we've done the last several years. So we'll try to send out a little doodle poll or survey for you to see what might work around that. And that should do it.
Do you want to touch on your emergency alerts thing?
Oh, that's in the packet.
Are people able to sign up for that already?
Still not working.
Oh, it's still not up, okay.
So the code red people are trying to figure it out. Sounds like they just kind of have to start over and rebuild. There's a link that was missing, so they have to figure out that.
So don't plan on it this winter then?
I would say no,
Okay.
Yeah.
but maybe we'll be surprised.
So I went in and signed up on the link that was published, and so that's no good.
Did you actually get in? Because a lot of people just get this scrolling, but you actually got in? And did it walk you right through where you had to pick Stewartville alerts and, or did it just let you sign up?
Yeah, because there was a couple of different options. Stewartville and Byron and Orinoco maybe were the options, and, yeah.
Good, okay.
I got in.
So sometimes you can do that, and sometimes you just get this little scrolling
Oh,
thing.
nice.
If you do that, then on our end, when we send out code red, it's still not recognizing you. So there's kind of 2 different issues with it.
Good trusted
Oh,
alert
boy.
system.
So the county is very frustrated. I'm sure City Rochester, it's a joint project, I'm sure they all are very, very frustrated with it, so. But kind of out of their hands, definitely out of our hands.
We're moving on to finance director.
Just continuing to get everything ready for the auditors to come. They will be here in about mid-March, and just working on getting all that stuff taken care of for the end of the year and everything moving forward for the beginning of the year with new employees and moving budgets around and stuff.
Cool. No public works director tonight. Bill, do you have anything you want to add?
Nope, I asked Sean and he said, nothing, obviously, snow keeps us just doing some catch-up things.
His report was in there. He had a lot written in it, I thought.
And then Angela has a report in there about that state mandate that we have to do, or the EPA. So she just kind of put together what her and the guys from the water department have done since
So now what,
like last
does that get mailed to every citizen and?
about 1,100 of them she
Yeah.
mailed out. And then those people who don't return, then she's got to contact them again. Some of them will have to go into the home, so it's going to take probably all summer into fall before it's going to get more complicated.
Yeah,
than it's
and
gonna be
people
easy.
can opt out with it too. We're asking, it's based on ages of homes and we're asking for it. And we've had quite a few people stop in and call and they've scheduled some stuff, but it'll be a lot.
It's a lot of extra work for them.
Okey doke. No city engineer tonight. No library director tonight, but we do have a fire chief.
Yeah, not a whole lot to report either. Had a slow month in January. We had 12 fire calls and 27 EMS, so it was a slow month for us. We've got our 4 new members started at the beginning of the year, so got one of our captains working with them, individuals, every Monday night through their probationary period of their first 6 months, so getting them.
So your overall officer numbers are pretty good though, right now? Yeah.
Say that again?
Your overall numbers are pretty good.
Yeah, we got approval to be allowed up to 40 members now.
Yep.
So with the 4 we just put on, we're at 38, which I don't necessarily feel the need to fill the last 2, but it gives us that room that if we see
Yeah, that's great.
a big retirement, a big group of retirements, we can add as we need to, so that gives us the room to grow going forward, so.
Cool. No pool director report, so we have committee, commissions, and board reports, Chamber of Commerce.
Yep, just like Winterfest, I guess, which took place over the weekend, even without the snow, so. Seemed to go all right from everything we heard, so.
Okay, EDA, HRA?
Yeah, as you know, we've been working with the county, doing a presentation to try to see if the county will go along with us outlying cities, in offering tax abatement as an economic development tool. So, 3 of us have been working over the last year to put together a report. City of Chatfield helped coordinate this final presentation now, and we gave a presentation to the board, last week. 6 of the commissioners were there. So that was good because some of the new ones, to hear how this can be a help. And sometimes for us smaller cities, it's one of the few tools we have. And the ready officials are okay to concede that if it doesn't always go to Rochester, that's fine. We have quite a big toolbox to use for incentive programs. So we're hopeful, and Brian can maybe comment if you need be, that they heard us out, and it sounds like they're willing to go to the next steps to keep working with us on some ideas or policy making, so.
I don't have anything to add to that.
That's great. All right, finance,
Nothing right now.
library,
Meeting next week.
park board,
Nothing.
personnel, we did interviews for the new inspector position, and my understanding is you guys are working on doing background, reference checks?
Yep, so it looks like after at your next meeting, you'll see the minutes and the results, so.
Excellent. Planning and zoning, nothing. Public safety,
Nothing crazy. Next Thursday, we've got the community safety awareness night, I think it's called, at the school, 6:30 to 8:30.
oh yeah, that's right. What day did you say?
Next Thursday,
Thursday, okay.
right?
Tuesday, I think.
Next Tuesday, she's right.
I think it's Tuesday.
Okay,
So,
let me go ahead and,
yeah, I know it's Tuesday.
Okay.
I know it is. Get my T's mixed up.
very good. Could be a lot worse than that. Public works,
Nothing.
ready.
Just the minutes, we've started that new community council, and that's for us outlying cities as a separate subcommittee already, so this was our first meeting, and
Cool.
we'll keep you posted as to developments there.
Roll cog,
Minutes in your packet, nothing special, just the big project that the county and ROCOG's working on is that big 44, County Road 44, and just past between Byron and
Oh, yeah.
Rochester and the overpass. And then, of course, MnDOT will be working on that whole interchange with 52 and 90, and that whole section too. So you'll be hearing more about that as time goes by.
All right, Transit Advisory Committee.
20 report for 2023 with the numbers in the packet. It was a really good year. We've seen a lot of the resident involvement and usage of the transit, the bus in the last couple of years, and now we're up to in the top 3 for ridership, which
Wow.
is very exciting.
Okay.
And it looks like the buses, the new buses that they order for the different communities, that lack of supply, they've been able to fill the 3 buses that were needed in other communities. So it looks like when we are up in a couple of years, when ours is up for getting replaced again, we won't have a supply issue, which would be very good. And just to remind you that if you're looking for transit or you're looking for a ride, go online to rhtbus.com and schedule a ride.
Cool. There's 3 attachments in the communications portion. Look at those. Brings us to the open mic. City Council welcomes and encourages participation from community members. Please keep in mind that your comments must be pertinent to city business and must adhere to data privacy rules. No employee's name may be used. Please do not expect action from the council this evening regarding your concerns. We also request that your comments be limited to 4 minutes. Speakers will be recognized only once. At this time, we ask anyone who would like to address the city council to please step up to the podium and state your name and address. It's only 3 you get to pick from. All right, with that, I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All right, we got a motion second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.
Well.